What's going on, everyone? So, for those of you who don't know, there is a Venom and Carnage beta in the game right now. So these came out yesterday with some fantastic buffs for both Carnage and Venom. So in this one, we're going to go over Carnage and all of his new buffs, abilities. This is actually the second time I'm recording this because I fought with him yesterday. He did all right. I didn't think he was that great, but then when I did the first recording, I was blown away by what he can do. He's everything Angela is, but he hits harder. In addition to faster power gain, but he does take a little bit of ramp up time and a lot of control over which buff you want to get. So really quickly, his synergies, they haven't changed. Most important one, Venom and Carnage gain +1 on the maximum number of genetic mutations. And that's going to be important so that he can have 6 buffs, which you can control which buffs you get out of these 5. So he will increase one of these based on what happened most recently. If you struck or blocks a hit, physical assist, block efficiency. Light attack is a crit rate precision. Medium fury, heavy attack cruelty. So to gain these, you use a special attack. You wait until the 10-second mutation timer is up, and then you will gain whatever passive you have at that time. So it says maximum of 5 per tournament. What you want to, if you use the Venom synergy, you get 6, which is great because my personal favorite way of doing it is you gain 2 furies, 2 cruelty, and 2 precision. That's how you get the most damage, in my opinion, as opposed to just doing full furies. His heavy attacks have a 100% chance to inflict bleed, and it's a 15-second bleed that can be refreshed through his Ravager passive, second line right here. Each time he triggers a bleed debuff, he has a 99% chance to refresh the addition of all other bleed debuffs on his opponent. Fantastic. You can keep bleed up for the entire fight if the first thing you do is a heavy attack. And if he's duped, you get the power gain in addition. So, in addition, he also shares the same passive that Yondu has, where if he cannot bleed the enemy because they are immune to bleed, he will armor break them instead. The armor break, as far as I'm aware, does not have the refresh chance that the bleed does. So you can't just keep stacking armor ups forever. So he has a new passive as well in this buff. 50% additional power from striking his opponent when he has no mutation buffs, and reduced by 20% per mutation buff. So once you get to 2 buffs, you're going to have no extra power gain. And it doesn't reduce his power gain going forward when he has more than 2 buffs. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is the power gain I said earlier. His dupe ability, Sight and Smell of Blood, triggers his Bloodlust, granting a power gain buff when any bleed or armor break is there, and as long as they are bleeding. He gains power based on how close he is. So this does make it seem like the power break also attributes to this, but it doesn't say that Ravager has the armor breaks continue, unlike the bleed. So I don't know. I'll have to test that out separate. So those are his basic abilities. You can see his attack stat is still very low. His critical damage and crit rating are abysmal. I think that's MODOK level of crap. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't. And you'll see. So we got Realm Legends here, and we're just going to show the massive amounts of damage that he can do and that he's capable of. So this is a 550 4-star. My 550, my Angela, the same rank, star level, all that, is capable of hitting 3.3k mediums. So keep that in mind here. We're trying to land the heavy first. I don't know if it'll let me. I will. So you can see 2 bleeds. And you can already see I'm gaining power faster than him. SV2. Already. So you can see that the purple buff right there It changed her. We don't want to have that be that buff. We'll go with a Fury first. So you see I gained a active Fury that will now last as long as I want it to. They're technically infinite. Oh god. Alright, so I got hit. I lost a buff. That's okay. We'll just keep going here. We'll see what I can do. I also lost the bleed effect on him. I want to keep up being aggressive because I don't want to gain another by blocking. Gain a precision there. Again, don't want to gain one through blocking. So I think what we'll do is we'll instead gain only one Fury effect. And we'll try and get the 2 Cruelty, if possible now. Because the Cruelty are massive. You just saw him hit a 4K medium. We don't want to do anything until we get that. This is a much rougher fight than the last one. Let's just do this. Yeah. 6,500. An absolute beast now. That wasn't the SP2. Another 4K medium. So we do have all 6 of his buffs now. And you're seeing we're hitting, with the physical resist that I got, hitting 3200s. And there's a, let's say that's about 15k SP2. He's still bleeding. He has been bleeding for, let's say, about a minute now. And he will continue to bleed the entire time. Every single hit is a crit because of that precision buff. One of my favorite things to do is actually end a 5-hit combo on a light to get that extra precision. Just so that you hit every single hit on the SP2 as a crit, like that. His damage is just fantastic now with these buffs. Definitely hitting at least around where Angela is, and personally, I'm a fan of Cosmic Champions. I know a lot of people aren't. I also like a lot of Science Champions, though, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but I think Carnage is definitely up there with some of the fantastic damage champions like Angela or Thor. Just as a 5-star, he's hitting fantastic hits. I'm not sure why he's going down to only 5k on those. I'm pretty sure I'm ending both with light. I'll try ending with a medium and see what he gets on that final hit at SP2. No crit. Yeah, so getting the 3rd precision really helps as the passive, because it does affect you passively, even if it's not one of the active buffs like the ones he gains from Jaguntation. Again, only a 1k. It entirely depends on how you want to fight. If your opponent has a lot of armor, I think getting the precision buffs is the best thing you can do, just because you're going to be cutting through their armor a lot faster with all the critical hits. If your opponent has a lot of physical resist, you could do armor too. You could also, if it's someone like M. Frost, who you can't hit critical hits to, I guess you could focus on Furies. I do not have the critical damage, the greater critical damage rating. I do have the greater critical percentage, so I hit crits more often, but I don't crit as hard as I like. But we lost the bleed. I'm not sure what happened, but we'll get another one. Increase our power gain. Oh, maybe that was what the damage was. No, still 5,700. I guess we will start ending on medium. I want to see if I can get that 7k again. I'm not sure what happened to it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there it is. So it was entirely based on the medium. Yeah, not getting an extra Fury instead of the physical resist really does actually hurt the damage by 2k on that. So, and on your basic hits, you're going to be hitting a lot more if you get that if you get the 2 Fury, 2 Precision, 2 Cruelty, I found that to be the best thing you can land. So that's Carnage. Fantastic. Didn't even play that well, but I just shredded right through him. Kabam did a great job with him. His damage is great. I'd put him right up there with some of the top Cosmics. Even Hela has a high ability, just high skill cap. So I think Carnage definitely has the skill cap, but it's not as restrictive as Angela, and he can pass her damage easily. So anyone who likes Angela will definitely like Carnage against bleedable champions. I hope you enjoyed. I will have a Venom one up. It'll be quite similar to this, where we go against Legends Winter Soldier. But if you enjoyed that, check this out. Hopefully, this beta will go live next month. Hope you enjoyed.